talking to your son about puberty?
Probably between the ages of 10 and 12, just sort of whenever he starts to experience some of the things that go along with puberty.
How would you guys take the awkwardness out of the conversation?
I think maybe just finding something that whatever he can relate to at the time, or just allowing an open and honest conversation, allowing him to ask us questions about anything he's curious about.
Do you feel comfortable talking to your child about this?
Yes.
Why?
I mean, it's a natural part of life, and it's something that they're going to experience, so I think you have to know what to say.
Many parents tend to forget that the conversation is just as uncomfortable to the child as it is to them. Use the proper terms, but use them with confidence. Don't giggle or laugh. It makes the situation worse.
You had the talk. And if you did, that's cool.
I don't really think like my parents actually sat me down and like had like a full-on conversation about it, because my family is very open, so if I had any questions I could just ask them anytime. So I don't know, I was probably in middle school.
Okay.
Sometime, I don't know what grade, but probably somewhere around there.
And this is my last question. Do you think that school should play a bigger role in talking about puberty with children?
I think they should. I know we only had, I think, one day of a class about it, and I feel like a lot of kids, especially nowadays, are developing earlier. So I feel like it is important to educate them on that.
Okay, cool. Thank you. You're welcome.
Studies have shown that if parents talk to their child about sexual behaviors, it can have an effect on their child's later behaviors. But parents still do not have the talk with their child.
Would you rather hear about your child hear about puberty from like you, a parent, or a friend, or a teacher, or who do you think your child should hear about puberty from?
I think me as a parent, I would want them to know about it first, but like I know that like the school kind of tells them a little bit, but I feel like they'd probably be more embarrassed, but also realize that I'm their parent and I can answer more questions and kind of be a little bit more uncensored and tell them about.
One of the key issues with this conversation that parents have is not knowing when to have it. Age is a big factor and should be talked about sooner rather than later, so they can hear it from an adult, not a peer.
As a parent perspective, would you rather talk to your son or to your daughter about puberty?
I'm pretty open, so it really doesn't matter to me.
Okay, cool. That's great. What age do you feel is like appropriate to start talking about puberty with your child?
I would say beginning of middle school, 6th grade.
Okay, that's great. What age were you when you had the talk?
Never really had to talk to me.
Really? Okay. Do you feel comfortable now that, like, since you didn't have to talk, do you feel like you're less comfortable or more comfortable? Or?
I'm a pretty open person when it comes to sexuality and things like that.
Okay. Would you rather hear about puberty and sex from your doctor or from your, like, parents?
Actually, from my older brother and sister.
Really? Okay, cool. So, do you feel comfortable talking about puberty?
Yeah.
Would you feel comfortable with your child, like, talking about puberty?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What age were you when you had the talk?
I was actually 16.
Oh, wow.
Maybe still sparkle happy for the first
Okay,
time.
cool. So is that when you got the talk for the first time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Do you think schools should play a bigger role or a smaller role in explaining puberty?
I'd say a bigger role because at school, you're with your friends and sometimes it can be less often you're with your friends talk about things in classes.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, do you think it's okay to have your oldest child teach your younger children about puberty?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Fair. Yeah.
Okay, well because the younger sibling normally looks up to their sibling whether they're following or not following.
Okay, well, that's all I have to say. Thank you very much.